Alright, so we are here for the final showcase, or I guess Red Zone run with Super Vegito. Honestly, I'll just say this now, after doing all these runs so far, he's actually impressed me a lot, and he is a very fun unit to use. I will say, like, I mean, yeah, like, he can't tank supers, he can't live, like, that type of stuff, but it's like, him really not taking any damage from normals is very useful, I would say, and like he does dish out like yeah, obviously when you first kick off the fight, yeah, his damage is pathetic. He is kind of a dud the very first turn he's on, but once you get like at least like 6 hits, I would say, in, because that's when you fully build up his attack, he does he starts doing pretty good damage, and then when you get the 9 hits in and fully build up his passive and fully build up his crits, like the multiple chances to crits he'll have, for me, like once he is fully built up, like he just crits left and right. Like I've gotten, like, in these recent videos, he would he I saw him counter like 9 or 10 times in a row, like all crits. Like, I don't know, I could be just getting really lucky, but I mean, I don't have him with like 30 crit. I mean, you can't really make him have 30 crit, but like I have him with as much crit as I can. Like, I could maybe squeeze out a little bit. Like, I think one of my nodes, I could change it into crit to get him to like 26, and then I can give him one more crit on silver to push him to 27. So like mine isn't even like max crit per se. Like, he's at a 46% chance right now. You can get him up to 27, which would be, I think that's like a 54% chance. So you could give him even more crit than what I have right now. But for me, like, he's been critting quite often. So we're going to be jumping into this final fight. This is against Cell Max. Not the event, just the red zone. Because I don't know, I personally, let me know if you guys want me to showcase units in the Cell Max event. I personally feel like that event is just kind of like not worth showing off, because it's just like, whoop-de-doo, he hits really hard on the very last turn, and the first 2 turns he does nothing. Like, and then, you know, there's also like boost characters now for that event that completely destroy it. So that's why, like, I don't like showcasing that event. But let me know if you guys want to see like Cellmax showcases. Like, maybe I'll consider that for future characters and stuff like that. But we're jumping into the red zone. This could be the worst one for this Vegito, just because with the typing changing, and this Cell Max can triple super in a turn. Oh, I guess let's play this. All right. Oh, that's yeah, like you see all those attacks right there. So you would see that and you'd be like, oh my god, Vegeta would cook on this turn. Now, yes he would. I would not disagree. However, I will raise the fact that Vegito could also get cooked, because what's his face, Cell Max here, I've seen him triple super on the same slot. Like that first slot right there, out of all those attacks, I would probably say there's gonna be at least one of those attacks is gonna, or not one of those, 2 of those attacks are gonna be at least super attacks, I would say. And we're about to find out ourselves. I'm honestly debating on just using an item. I think I might, just so that, like, the only reason I'm gonna use this item is because Vegito's in slot 7, so we're not gonna really see him either of these turns, and just so that we don't, like, get our health absolutely crunked before we even get Vegito on rotation. Like, I mean, I guess the best part about this is if, let's just say, if Cell Max was not to super attack right there, we would be able to just straight up, what's it called? We would be able to just straight up build up Vegito, like, right away. That's what I'm trying to say. But, you know, as you can see, he double supered right there. So, like, even one of those super, I think, this Cell Max could kill. Like, I mean, with Vegito's defense, like, probably fully built up, I would say, and all that, he could probably take one super, like, because we have a lot of health, and like I think the super would do like, you know, 400, 500k, but we have more health than that. So we would live one super. Now, type disadvantage, we're not going to live a super. And lastly, with this Cell Max, it kind of depends on which super it is. Because, so this Cell Max can triple super in a turn, and every time he supers, he's raising his attack. So, a unit getting hit with the first super from him versus a unit getting hit from the last super, which is the third super from him, is completely different. Because the last super from this guy for the turn will hurt way more than the very first one. So it really just depends on that. Alright, so, probably get Orange Piccolo built up a little bit. We'll do this just so he can get his 18 key. We'll grab these with you guys. And we'll grab these with you guys. Full 24 key for everybody. That is beautiful. It's gonna do no damage. I mean, this will do some damage just because Piccolo doesn't have his guard, I think. Yeah. Piccolo, unfortunately, with the way I have this team built, he does not get his guard because he needs a bond of Master and Disciple. I think that's what the thing is called. Yeah, that's what the category is called. Like, he needs one of those to activate his intro, which gives him the extra buffs, the guard, all that good stuff. But we don't have anybody on this team that I have built that is a part of that category. Now, there are teams on these guys' team, so like I could bring someone to activate Piccolo's active skill, but I just don't have one as it stands. These showcases have also just been fun because I've been able to, I guess, show off how these units also are, like the 8th anniversary LRs, how good they are and how good they synergize with, like, I would dare say, like, almost every character in the game. Like, especially just, like, I don't know, the GT Vegito, like, that support is just so insane. Like, they're gonna have to be careful with whatever units they release in the future, because, like, whatever units they release in the future that can do insane amounts of damage, having this Vegeta on the rotation can cause some catastrophic results. Like, one rotation that comes to mind is, so you can run, actually, the EZA cooler and the LR cooler, Final Form cooler, on this team, and you can run the GT duo, so you could technically have a rotation where, you know, you stack up a bunch of times with Final Form Cooler, and then you basically have GT Vegeta at the end, Cooler in the middle of both. Cooler will have 7 out of 7 because he shares 6 out of 7 with, what's it called, with SDR Cooler, then he'll get Legendary Power from GT Vegeta, and then he's going to be getting, like, what, on that rotation, he'd be getting 130% attack support, which is gonna go into his active skill. Like, his active skill could honestly hit as hard as some of the Spirit Bombs, especially after him getting a bunch of 18 key attack stacks. It could turn a little bit nutty for a Cooler. Now, unfortunately, here we cannot super with Vegito, it seems like. Slightly unfortunate. I'm kind of scared about the gods at the end as well. Let's see. What should we do here? Because I want to do, like, I want to keep him in slot 1, and then I want to keep the GT duo with him. But, like, I am worried that the gods at the end are going to get clapped. I mean, I guess let's see. I don't know. There's not really. Damn, we're 1 key shy. Are you serious? That's kind of stupid. And we're 1 key shy on them too for the double super. Oh no. I might just use a Whis just to use this turn to build up Vegito. Yeah, we'll just do that. I don't want to risk dying. Maybe I need to stop using items on the showcase turn. Yeah, because he still took 100k even with the Whis. That's not good. that means he would have taken like, I think almost 300k right there. Now, granted, he has not built up any of his defense, and he has not, he did get a chance to super attack on this turn, so he does get some defense off super as well, so that's slightly unfortunate. So Selmax already supered twice, so if he's going to super at the end, which I am anticipating he does, it's going to hurt really bad. Like, we definitely would have died if I didn't use Luis, because remember, his third super attack hurts the most, and it would have been against type disadvantage. One thing I guess I should mention about Vegito, I don't know if you guys know this about counter units, but I guess I'll share this. So with the way counter units works, if they counter a bunch of attacks before they super attack, so like very first slot, if they counter a bunch of attacks, every single one of those counters, for some reason, procs the additional. So a lot of times, if you put your counter unit in slot 1 and they counter a bunch of attacks, right? There's a very likely chance they are going to double super on that turn, because every single one of those counters that you're gonna get are gonna have a chance to proc the hidden potential system. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know exactly why it works like that. I just kind of, that's what I know. I guess let's play this while we talk. That's just what I know, is that if you get a bunch of counters before they super attack, every single one of those counters has a chance to proc the additional. Which is why I feel like if you get like 3 or 4 counters before you super attack with Vegito or any counter unit, I would say a lot of times, especially if you have a good amount of additional, or at least 10 or so additional into them, they will most likely, oh, I guess put you in slot 1. They will most likely double super for the turn, which is really good. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, we'll do that just so we can give him his 18 key. So next turn is going to be physical? Yeah, physical. So, I mean, we might be able to kill Selmax next turn, we'll see. But we're going to have Vegito, we're going to do the GT Vegeta. We're going to get all the damage in. Hopefully we can get quite a few counters in before Cell just annihilates Vegito. Because, you know, we don't have any more items after this turn. So, Vegito we will see how he fares. I want to see him, I honestly want to see him eat a super, but, like, I want to have him, like, I want to have his full defense built up, but I don't think we're even close. Like, I think this next hit he'll take, the very next hit he'll take, he's gonna have his, like, second stack of his defense pulled up, but then he still needs to take 3 more hits after that to, what's it called, get, the last bit of his defense. So yeah, we'll go ahead and transform it to these guys. So yeah, this turn we're about to bust out a lot of damage. Hopefully Cell, like, doesn't super, like, immediately, because I feel like that would be kind of unfortunate. But if he doesn't do that, we're gonna be able to put down the hammer with the damage on this turn. I don't think we'll kill this turn. I mean, we'll see. We could, I guess. Who links better? I mean, you get Golden Warrior, but like that doesn't really mean anything. I don't think with those guys. I guess on the off chance that we live, I'll just float off Vegito. I highly doubt we live this turn, though. Again, unless he just decides not to super slot 1 at all. I highly doubt we live. Let's see. Yep, so double digits for normals, 1.1 million crit. See if we can get the double super here. 5 million attack stat. Oh, alright, yep, double super. That's like, I would say that counter that we got before supering, that probably helped in proccing this, so keep that in mind. So that's his second stack of his defense, and that's his attack fully built up, so this is his max damage. doing pretty good. Like, even without critting, he's doing 1.1 million. Alright, so how much damage does this do? I don't... Was this his full defense? 411k. That's not bad, but I mean, we still died, so... Okay, I am so sorry about that. I don't know what I did. I like I need to figure out how to mess with my cord a little bit better, because like, I mean, I literally just moved it slightly and it started like freaking out, as y'all saw. And now it looks like I'm playing retro Dokkan. I mean, this kind of looks cool. I don't know. This might be hurting some of y'all's eyes, but I don't know how to... Maybe if I just touch it again? Okay, yeah, there you go. We're back to normal. I don't know what that was. That looked really weird. Alright, well, I guess let's just finish it off with the Spirit Bomb. I mean, the Universal Spirit Bomb almost killed there. That was a lot of damage. I was not expecting that, but... We'll go ahead and finish it off with a Super Spirit Bomb. We actually didn't get the full build-up, so we'll get to see a kind of different animation this time, but... Nonetheless, let's go ahead and play this. Alright, sick. You got to see the little other KO screen, also like a little bit of another animation, you know, doesn't hurt to see that. Alright, I mean, that went fairly well. Vegito seemed like, so him taking 400k right there, that was not with his full defense. Like, I think he got his full defense after that hit. If he was to have his full defense, that would probably only drop it to like, I would say max, it would only drop to like 380k, and that was a double super turn, so he got a double defense raise. So, and that was also Cellmax's first super, so that was the weakest that Cellmax could hit. So with this team at full health, you could survive one super, which I feel like him being able to do that is kind of good, because it's like, you could technically put him in a slot where there's a lot of attacks, and you don't have to worry too much, because like, even if he does super, you're not gonna die. Like, you will take a lot of damage still, and you will most likely die because you did take all that damage. But he is able to at least maybe tank one. Now, I don't know how this will go if, you know, A, his defense is not fully built up, or if B, Cellmax, this is like his third super in the turn, so like it's way more damage. I don't know how it's gonna go out. If that, I feel like in those scenarios you're probably just dead. But if this guy is fully built up defensively, and it's the first super of the turn from Cellmax, then I feel like, yeah, you could technically live against just one super. But I actually didn't bring a scouter unit on that run, just because I wanted to see how, like, you know, someone who doesn't have a scouter unit, or if you don't use a scouter unit, like how would it end per se when you're using this guy. So I mean, that went like okay. I feel like the team still held it together, and again, I know I kind of spammed it throughout these showcases, but I feel like that is just something that is important, is this guy with GT Vegito's like support is pretty nuts. And I mean, I could have even went further and brought like, I don't know, like Tech EZA base Vegito for him to provide even more support, and then make this guy's counters go even higher. Like, we could have probably got him to like his attack stat on the counters, we probably could have gotten that to like 2 million, which means like his counters would probably start hitting to like 4, maybe even 5 mil, like who knows. But overall, after getting done recording all these runs, I would say this guy's really good. Still don't think he's better than Cooler or AGL Gogeta, but he's in that tier, I would say, like with them. I don't think like, oh, Cooler and Gogeta are like in Z tier and this guy's like in S tier. I think this guy is in Z tier. Like I feel like some people might disagree with me about that, but that damage that he does is really valuable, and it's like, again, we don't know the future, but I was still able to use him with, you know, old units like Tech Gogeta to get the Scouter and even Vegito as well, and we still did fine. Like, we were able to get the Scouter, we didn't, like, using those units didn't hurt us, and, you know, with the power of the Scouter, we were able to place this guy in strategic spots where he, you know, we already know, like, 100% fact, he does not take damage from normals. So we just have to make sure to put him somewhere where there's not a super, and then that's it. It's literally free damage. You don't take any damage, and you're dishing out a bunch of damage. So that's basically how you want to use this guy. I hope these showcases maybe showed it off pretty well. Let me know if y'all have any feedback for me about the showcases, if there's anything that y'all want me to do differently for SDR Boo tomorrow. I will keep all your feedback in mind. So thanks guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you're a true homie and I love you. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for the SDR Boo showcases. Peace out.